This is gonna blow your mind. You ready for it? So, this woman claimed that she's lived before. She claims that she's a reincarnation of an Irish woman from Malahide called Mary Sutton. So, this here behind me is Jenny Cockell, and she's a British woman born and bred in Britain, had never been to Ireland, but yes, she was having dreams from such a young age that she had lived before and that she had a family in Ireland and she had loads of kids. And in this picture, she's holding a picture of the woman who she claims to have lived before, which is Mary Sutton. Mary Sutton died in the 1930s, and 21, 22 years later, Jenny was born. And she would go on to then explain that she had a whole family, she had a load of kids, she can even remember the kids' faces and the streets where she lived. And bear in mind, she'd never been to Ireland before, but she was drawing little maps of certain towns and certain roads, and that actually turned out to be Malahide where she was drawn. So Jenny took things to the next level because she was totally convinced that she was Mary Sutton. She took out an ad in the Irish newspaper. Bear in mind, she'd never been to Ireland at all, but she took out an ad describing her kids, the fashion that she died. She actually died giving birth to one of her kids, her eighth child. And she put this ad in the newspaper. And surprisingly enough, one of Mary's sons reached out to her and was like, "I think you're describing my mum." So Jenny actually arranged a meeting with Mary Sutton's son, Sonny. And in that meeting, they had a big conversation. They had many chats about, certain things. And she was remembering everything, every little small detail. And in fact, towards the end, Sonny actually came out and says on an interview, it's on YouTube, that this is 100% my mum. She's a reincarnation of my mum because she knows things that only a mother and son would know. And she explained them to me, so I fully believe that this is my mum. So as it stands, everything that she said was true. It was confirmed by her son, Sonny. And yeah, she was completely bang on. Now, me personally, I believe this story. I 100% believe this story. But that's my belief. I'm very spiritual. Other people can be different. But I mean, if you're put in the same situation and someone confronted you with the passing of your parent, and they're like, "Look, I know things about you that only me and you would know," and then you're like, "Okay, tell me," and then they tell you, and you're like, "Oh shit, you really are my mom," like crazy stuff. And I believe there's multiple stories like this across the world, and to me, I think it's beautiful. You know what I mean? That you can pass away, but then be reincarnated again. I think it's amazing. But yeah, what an amazing story, and it's Irish connected. It's brilliant.